the Ministry of Defense denied any interest in the pilot's sightings. Released files reveal, however, that behind closed doors, they believed they could be evidence of some Nazi secret weapon.
There was speculation early on, after 1947, 1948, when the early rush of UFOs were appearing in the States, on the basis of, well, if they could produce V1 and V2 so far ahead of our technology, our rocket technology, could they have gone on to build flying saucers? It was generally speaking under the auspices of the SS that people were supposedly planning and building these devices. It seems that in the 1950s the SS was as powerful a term as it is now. They could be responsible for anything dangerous or risky, but they would have the funds and the drive to make it happen.
Intelligence pointed towards the Nazi development of an extraordinary form of circular flying craft. These were claimed to have been manufactured by slave labourers under the guidance of one of Hitler's greatest scientific minds.
An Austrian by the name of Victor Schauberger. He was approached by a group of German engineers and scientists in 1943 for parts of his research. The Germans were very interested in something that had developed.
There have been various sort of semi-biographical works of him in which what appear to have been parts of a turbine he designed were photographed with a sort of Nazi insignia on them, and these were put around as being proof that the Nazis designed flying saucers.
On one occasion it's rumoured that this device actually shot up 30 foot into the air and crashed through his laboratory ceiling. Schauberger is convinced that the flying saucers that people report today and in the 40s were based on his work.
There are those who doubt that a Nazi flying saucer program ever existed, but the files show that after the war, intelligence was gathered on individuals suspected of being associated with such a project.
The documents involving the scientists are real, and all these people were associated with the project. And it's another indication that you know, something real was happening there.
Informants cited in the files claimed that towards the end of the war, the project was moved to aerodromes on the outskirts of Germany and Czechoslovakia.
I interviewed a chap who used to take spare parts to Prague-Belly. Now, he told me in one of the hangars he actually witnessed this particular aircraft, which he said it was so light you could actually push it around. There was nothing under the ground, it was actually hovering. A couple of years later, this intelligence officer telephoned me and said that there was a chap who used to be actually based at Prague-Belly. And one summer's afternoon, he and a few of his colleagues were out on the aerodrome and looked across approximately a quarter of a mile away. And there, the doors of a hangar opened, and what he described as this aeroplane was actually pushed on to the runway. It was approximately 25 feet in diameter. It had some sort of glass cockpit, like a dome. And he said he could see the thing rotating. I asked him, you know, could you see propellers or jets? And he said no.